Professor, this question, you kind of answered this question that I'm going to ask you right now. It's about the future of SHSS. I was going to ask you about what direction is the HSSS is going towards, and I think Japanese Garden was a great example for us to kind of maybe visualize the future of SHSS a bit better. And maybe now I can ask, what can SHSS students do to contribute to this new vision and future of SHSS?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think. Oh, don't get me wrong. We're not just going to be doing Japanese gardens in the future, right? Okay, that's just. But it's just really about this move towards being more explicitly interdisciplinary, right? But it's always an add-on, right? We want to be the best in the world at our thing, at political science, at demography, at sociology, at history. But so it's not an instead of, but this interdisciplinary approach is an add-on. And, we're developing lots of new different things. We are going to be developing more research in the area of health in particular, which we don't have so much on at the moment. We'll be moving towards our new minor in psychology. I mean, Trinette talked about, we're really pushing on the art side of things. And of course, when our new auditorium, our Shore auditorium opens up soon, that's going to be a fantastic new space that we'd have there. Changes to the Common Core may well be coming and will be kind of central to that as well. We have our new research centres like my own on ageing and the Centre for Global China as well. And also I think another really key thing is that increasingly about impact as well, that we want to be making a difference in the community. And that's really, so our students can be part of all of those different things, right? Whether or not it's talking to other people, taking classes in other schools, being engaged in this interdisciplinary approach. Of course, we would, in terms of the research that we do through the capstone projects, through Europe projects, and of course, engagement in the community. Goes without saying, of course, that our dear colleagues in Connect and so on, all the fantastic opportunities that can be done in terms of engagement with the opportunity, with the community. Also, I mean, another way that I think a lot of students can be involved is with our Smart and Sustainable Campus initiative. I was a judge. I think, or I was involved in the judging in some way, or may I just watch the judging? I can't remember. But anyway, I remember the last time round, it's really a lot of sciencey, technologically, engineering-y kind of things. And I think there's really our students, and similarly with like these entrepreneurship competitions, there's a lot. Very often we find, I think, that our school is missing out a bit. So I think I really encourage our students to get involved in those kinds of things. But I think the last thing, the most important thing that our students can do for us is just to be really proud, right? To be proud to be part of our school. Trinette is right. Some people don't even know we exist, right? But that's not their fault. That's our fault, right? That we need to have a stronger voice. We need to be more powerful and to be more proud about what we do and how well we do it. And, because our reputation in the university is just as important as our reputation globally, I would say.
Exactly. As one of your psychology minor students, I'm so excited and proud to be somewhat being related to SHSS. And lastly, Trinette, we know that you're going to be doing your final year project, and can we get to know a bit more about it to showcase an example to the people who are watching this?
Right. So I'm going to be doing my final year project with Professor GIETEL-BASTEN, and my research question is something that I am personally very interested in, and it kind of hits close to home, which is another reason I love studying social science, because we get to really relate it back to ourselves. And like the professor said, I'm also passionate about having a stronger voice that we can give to SHSS as well. So my research question is, how are race stereotypes perpetuated in the Hollywood character archetypes, and how are they linked to performance of masculinity in the movie Rush Hour? So to break it down a little bit, I would also be looking into the construct of race and narrative diversity in Hollywood, and then looking at the Asian American or Chinese American narrative in pop culture and the African American narrative in pop culture as well. So I think this study holds a lot of significance because, as we all do know, there is a lack of race representation within popular media. People of color in America might have been sensitive to these portrayals while they were growing up because we have such a lack of narrative diversity. And at the same time, this movie may have affected the way that Caucasian audiences understand people of color. So the end goal is essentially to explore this, and hopefully it can produce some type of understanding about what to be careful of when you're consuming a film, to be more aware of how certain stereotypes can be presented. And for me, this one hits really close to home because I'm Chinese American, and I grew up in Texas in a place where in my class there was only like one other person who looked like me. So this is definitely an area that I want to explore more, and I'm really glad that we have FYP as this opportunity to do so.
It was definitely so inspiring to listen to you. And I would like to thank both of you so much for joining us, joining our Zoom talk show with us today. And hope to see you again in the future. And goodbye for now.